Hi, this is Oakville Daily Houses, and my name is Darlene Dara from Right at Home Realty, and I am your host today. Today is September 19th, and I want to say welcome back. It's been about 2 months approximate since I actually did some filming. I took the summer off as far as filming, but I was extremely busy doing, buying and selling for clients in real estate. So it really was a very changing market. And really did require almost full-time attention. I have to admit it was a little bit of a break for me because the filming does take quite a bit of time daily, but I do still think that it's extremely important to get a lot of feedback from people that are watching them and my current buyers as sellers as well. So what has been happening over the last couple of months while I took a break? Well, on a personal note, I changed brokerages. I'm now actually with Right at Home, which is the largest independent brokerage in Canada. Why did I do that? Well, for convenience for myself as well as market exposure and also their technology. They have a lot, they're very automated in comparison to some of the other brokerages, including the ones that I have been working with in the past. And with my IT background, that was extremely important so that I could really control my listings as well as the showings and really everything about my listings. So that really was important. Also, it's a state-of-the-art office that I can actually meet clients in if I need to, and it's fully equipped. So there's actually some really positive changes for me, but it did really require a lot of rebranding because I actually did have a lot of listings through the summer months, all of which have pretty well been sold. Well, actually, they've all been sold. So it was just extremely busy. The market was also changing the very end of the spring into all through the summer was a period of time that, I mean, I don't need to really probably tell you guys, it was all over the news about the market crashing and, all doom and gloom or whatever. So really expectations had to be reset. Listings were taking longer to sell, a lot more open houses. And you really had to be letting people in to your showings. Some of my sellers were actually completely overwhelmed by the amount of visits they were getting when they were well priced. Unlike some listings that were getting none, some of my listings were getting 4, 5, 6 appointments minimum a day. And so it was really challenging for sellers as well because the whole mindset had changed both for the seller and for the buyer. There were definitely buyers out there that felt that it was a fire sale and they could come in 200,000 below list and would expect that you'd be thrilled to negotiate. And it was like, quite frankly, I don't think so. So, it's been an interesting time. We're seeing a lot more leveling off, though. We're seeing more listings go on the market, but we are also seeing some sales. But, typically it is taking a little bit longer. Still a great time to sell and to buy. To buy in particular, a lot of buyers over the last probably 2 years have been saying that they can't even come to the table because they're so outbid by particularly foreign buyers, but also some locals. Now some people are actually able to buy into neighborhoods that they were shut out of before. So it really is a great time for buyers as well, if both sides are really looking at things realistically. But it really is important, the marketing and also who you're working with. So I can't stress that enough. Being on many boards, having a lot of exposure, working with relocations, as well as over the spring period, I had also gotten my senior real estate designation as well. So I deal with a lot of seniors, a lot of people downsizing, moving, a lot of movement as well. So it's been a very interesting time. So I know a lot of people were, well, a house will just sell itself because it just flies off the shelf kind of mentality before, and some people putting literally a stake in the ground at the front of their house with sort of a for sale sign that they had bought at Home Depot. Those days are over, like seriously over. You might have been able to do that. Didn't mean that you actually could get the best price because, again, exposure and networking that we have. I mean, if you're going for surgery, you're not going to not go to a surgeon to have it, you're not going to get a real estate agent to do surgery. So there really is a specialty to this. And right now, especially now that we're getting into a more balanced market, it's extremely important as well. So what do we see today now that we're back sort of on track a bit? We have 22 new listings in Oakville and we have 20 in Burlington. I've only highlighted a few for our video so that we get back into sort of the scheme of it. The link for the entire listing, though, will be actually on the respective sites, both Burlington and Oakville. And I'm going to also link in the last newsletter that was done last week that sort of talked about market conditions and how things have changed as well. And I'll be producing another one of those soon because I did take a break through the summer on those as well. I just was inundated with the actual business that I had. And, you know, I'd spent really 2016, 2017 for me has been just like fantastic years, and 2017 is shaping up to even be better than 2016. So the volume of work, and because I really deal with a lot of you know, customer service related issues, you know, during a deal and even after, the service level is so much higher than many that I really just had to pull back a little bit and just focus on, you know, buying and selling where I needed to, but then really looking at rebranding as well. Did get a little bit of a break. I took a week off at the end of the summer, went to Orlando with my daughter on a shopping, really hot prior to the hurricanes. But really didn't get a lot of downtime, to be honest, through the summer as well. So let's take a look at the couple of listings that are highlighted. I would be thrilled to work with you, your family, or friends. Email me. I have a new email. My Darlene at Homesale Divas email is still working, but because I rebranded, I also have a new email, Darlene Dara homes at gmail.com. So I'll put that in the on the sites as well. Either one, you know, will work. And my cell number is 905-484-4653. Brokerage number has changed, 905-637-1700. So take a look, and if I can help at all, I would be thrilled. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rather a bit of humid, overcast day, but we really do seem to be having a late summer right now because, you know, it rained so much through the summer. I'm not sure we really had much of one. So take care. I am hoping to see you tomorrow. I do have an appointment sort of at a design center, so I may or may not be able to videotape tomorrow, but we should be back on track by next week for sure. So take care. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you either tomorrow or the next day. Okay, bye. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have 22 new listings that are on the site for Oakville, but I'm only going to highlight 3 of them today. I found that the selection wasn't bad, but really not so spectacular really to film the individual ones. Okay, so 2135 Bridge Road. This is in Southwest. It's $850. I think a great price. It's about 1,500 square feet. It is a detached. Now I found that the outside of this one looked really nice. To me, that looks like it's going to be bigger than 1,500 square feet. And the outside, it really does present itself quite well. Front door is very nice. It's got sort of that typical staircase to the side, but they've done actually quite a nice job really at updating this. It's not a huge home. You can see that the rooms are not huge, and a very typical layout. Hold on, I have to pause that just for 1 second. That I had to take that call. Okay, let me get my glasses back on here. Okay, so as you can see, they have done quite a nice job of the kitchen. And really, the rest of it is pretty upgraded as well. It looks like there's carpeting. Now, you may want some changes, but it looks like it's freshly painted. This is a really cute house for $850 in Southwest. Now, Bridge is a little bit busier of a street, there's no doubt, but there's a lot of homes and a lot of places are actually getting torn down as well. Backyard is really cute too. It's good size. I mean, really for this money, I don't see this really lasting all that long. It's quite a nice property. So that's one of the reasons I want to highlight it. Okay, so now we have one in River Oaks, 2184 Phillips Court. This one is just under 2,500 square feet, listed at $1,049,900. Now this is what I mean by some of the adjustment of prices, because we were seeing sort of late spring that homes like this were going for a lot more. This has got sort of your typical River Oaks, Glen Abbey kind of layout with the circular staircase. They've got sort of some nice flooring. You know, there's definitely some areas that look like they haven't been upgraded, but the flooring for sure, and the kitchen looks like it's been upgraded as well. It's sort of a galley kitchen. Now I sold a property in River Oaks that was similar to this, very similar kitchen, didn't have an island though. And they had actually broken through that wall to come into the family room. And that really did open it up quite a bit. So that might be something somebody wants to sort of consider. And again, it's a 4-bedroom plus 1 in the basement. Bathroom is definitely dated though. So again, that might explain some of the pricing. And you've got that sort of pinky kind of carpeting. Again, it looks like it's in pretty good shape, but you might want to get rid of that. Finished basement. Not huge, but again, you do have some living space. So again, you can see that there really has been an adjustment with prices. So a fantastic time to be considering moving, and a really nice backyard with a pool. So they've really used every inch of the property as well. So this is actually quite nice. There's a little hot tub as well. So you've got your backyard oasis. So really can't go wrong at that kind of price as well. Okay, so 93 Spring Azure. This is in Bronte. It's listed just under 1.5. There are quite a few properties in, this is the Lakeshore Woods community. It's a newer subdivision. I mean, it's still typically 6 to 15 years range as far as being older, but it's one of the newer subdivisions other than the Dundas Pocket. Showed a property that was very similar to this, actually, like almost identical layout with this sort of two-story. So it did have actually quite a nice spacious feel to it. This is around 3,100 square feet. You've got some built-ins as well. So it's not really a bad price. We did see, again, a lot of these a lot more expensive than this. But again, just like a lot of areas, they have had some price adjustments as well. So pretty good size rooms. You do have some carpeting. And it does, even where there is hardwood, it looks like it might be a little bit older hardwood as well. But nice backyard as well. So this is actually quite a nice property. So that's it for the Oakville ones. Now, as I mentioned in the Burlington ones, I'm just going to click here, we have 20, and I've highlighted only 2. Again, I didn't find, they're not bad, but again, for the purposes of the video, they were sort of okay. So I just did a range today. I just started with Aldershot Central, which is a town or a condo, to show you sort of what you can get. This is around 730 square feet, 2-bedroom, really nice building. And really for this kind of price, you would pay more quite often with rent. So this is where the pricing is such that it really does allow people to, get into the game. Okay. There's your actual unit. They really started off initially with your common elements, right? The party room and that kind of thing. So when you're coming into this unit, you're seeing that you've got the island, light flooring, not huge, but again, not bad bedrooms. You've got your in-suite laundry, and you do actually face the road. That's the only disadvantage to this one, which is sort of adjusting the price. Now this one's Aldershot West, so both of them actually were in that community. 978 Boothman Avenue, listed at 1169. It's just over 3,100 square feet, 4-bedroom. Let's take a look. I thought that the outside of this was really cute. The idea of having sort of that front porch area. A lot of streets around there are very, very quiet, almost country-like. So it's really nice to be able to sit out and just, not always in your backyard. I thought that was sort of nice. Not the greatest pictures, I have to say. These ones are better. Good size rooms, though. Looks very turnkey. And quite a nice selection. So as I said, I haven't really focused on filming too much today. I wanted to just sort of get back on track, both for you guys and quite honestly for me as well. There's the backyard. I mean, really pretty, fairly big size. Some are much more wooded in that area than this one. But again, it's this is really a fairly new build. It's under 5 years old. So at that price, it's a very good buy. So take care, enjoy the day. We'll get back on track as we finish sort of up this week, and hopefully by next week I'll be really back on full scale filming and doing what I normally do. Again, I'd love to help you, so definitely get in touch by email, text, or phone, and I will see you either tomorrow, depending on my timing, at a design center, or the following day. Take care and have a great day.